It's Saturday, August 6th, 2022. I'm TC Kirkham, and this is the Kirkham Report. Hey VC guys and gals, I'm TC Kirkham, the Kirkham Report. Welcome to this week's show. It is still hotter than hell up here in the Boston area, so this is going to be a relatively short show. I'll be telling you a little bit more about things as we go along. I have a couple of segments I do want to get into, starting with Out of the Box, right here, right now. Out of the box this week on the Kirkham Report, my latest shipment of 45s from Dawn and Mary at Two Hip Chicks. I picked up a lot of 20 last auction. I also got one of this auction this past week, which we'll do next week. This one has got a lot of stuff I don't have for a change. There's a couple, two or three I do, but a lot of these were very intriguing to me, and so I wanted to add them to my collection either on a single for the first time, I have them on an album or whatever. But so here we go. 2045s right here, starting with this oldies. Now sometimes when you get an oldies, certain oldies labels, they do different artists on each side. This one is one of those from Collectibles, released probably in the 1980s sometimes. My Boyfriend's Back by the Angels, backed with Patches by Dickie Lee. Another Collectibles, this one is the same artist on both sides. Rock and Roll Music. And Back to the USA. Back in the USA, sorry, by Chuck Berry. Had this on a K-Tel album, never had the single. Love this song, The Rubber Band Man by the Spinners. Backed with Now That We're Together. Don't know that one. I may have a picture sleeve for this somewhere around that isn't in a record, but I love this song. I never had it on a single either, only on just on several albums. Top of the World and Heather by the Carpenters. I just talked about this lady on Obscuria this week. This is the song that she crossed over with in a big way. Sylvia and Nobody. Backed with I'll Make It Right With You. This one impressed the hell out of me because it is in, I mean, almost mint condition. You look at it, I would have to say it's near mint. There's a couple of dings, but not much, and that's pretty good for a 50-year-old single. Got to Be There, Michael Jackson. Backed with Maria, You Were the Only One. This was Michael's first hit as a solo artist. Love that song. Another oldies but goodies flashback. This one from Conway Twitty. It's Only Make Believe and Lonely Blue Boy. A song I have never heard of from Stevie Wonder. I do not know this song, or if I do, I don't know the title. Never Had a Dream Come True. I think this could be a promo. There was a cutout in the single itself. Backed with Somebody Knows, Somebody Cares. Not familiar with that one at all. Classic from Dawn featuring Tony Orlando. Tie a Yellow Ribbon Round the Old Oak Tree. Backed with I Can't Believe How Much I Love You. They loved the long song titles, didn't they? Get On the Good Foot Parts 1 and 2 from James Brown, complete with custom Brown-dified label there from Polydor. Another back-to-back hits series from Liberty this time. The Ventures, Classical Gas, and Hawaii 5-0, which I didn't know they did classical gas. So that'll be interesting to hear. Especially if they do it surf rock style. That'll be really interesting. Promo, I don't know this band. And I looked them up. It's R&B. And they all were members of Ohio Players, I believe it was. Or Ohio, no, it couldn't be Ohio Express. That was Bubblegum. Ohio Players. Shadow, No Better Love from 1979. Mono and stereo mixes on that. A little bit of a label wear on this, but it's actually in pretty good shape. Tears of a Clown and Promise Me from Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. Always love this gentleman, and I have several of his records. Not this one. This is one I'm not familiar with, but I can't wait to hear it. Let the Feeling Flow, back with Move Your Body by Peebo Bryson. On that late 70s, early 80s Purple Capital. This is the one I wanted because I didn't know it was out on vinyl. I thought it was only on CD. So this is really great to have this. Color Me Bad and Thinking Back and Thinking Back. This is a jukebox only single, obviously. I think this flip side is an instrumental. I'm not sure. Steve Miller Band. This is a label goof. Don pointed out. Says Abracadabra on both sides. The flip side is actually a song called Baby Wanna Dance. I don't know how many of those got through the pressing, but I'd sure like to find out. Promo copy not for sale from AVI Records. Vince Cardell, Ebb Tide, and the Piano Tuner. Natalie Cole on the red R&B Capitol label. Sorry and You're No Good. Eric Clapton and his band with I Can't Stand It and Black Rose on the silver RSO label that was around from 1980 forward until RSO closed in 82 or 83. And finally, Picture Sleeve from a great song and a great band, Can't Stay Away From You, Gloria Estefan and Miami Sound Machine. So that is this week's 45 picks. I wish I've gotten more. Too many people are outbidding me. Lots more where that came from. I'm sure I have a lot more coming from Don and Mary on that. I did also pick up an album from them this week, High on Christmas. This is like a medley type thing. I mean, it's $2. Can't pass that up. And I also, another person I deal with on a regular basis, Patrick Murphy, gave me a great deal on some classic comic books from Legion of Superheroes. These go to 3 different eras of the group. I think there's 20 or so in here, and it gave me a really top-notch deal, and couldn't beat it. Some of the earlier ones. Legion has always been my favorite comic group, superhero group. Justice League are a close second. I'm a DC guy, not a Marvel guy mostly. But I can't wait to dig into those. So Patrick, thank you for getting those to me as well. He watches out for me on those because he knows I love those. In any case, that's out of the box this week. Eurovision news now. It has been decided that the United Kingdom will host the 2023 Eurovision Song Contest. There were extensive negotiations. The winner of last year's contest, Ukraine, finally agreed to let United Kingdom host the show, even though they won, because of course there is continuing conflict. They'd hoped it would be over by now. We're 6-7 months into it, and it's still no signs of slowing down the Russian invasion on Ukraine. Cities will be announced in the near future. There's been 7 or 8 cities that have put in bids for it. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping for Sheffield, because, wow, my boys Def Leppard are from Sheffield, so I love that. But I mean, the BBC will put it on fantastically no matter where it is, and Ukraine will still be getting full representation as last year's winner. But right now, as we head into August and get into September, the 2022 Junior Eurovision Song Contest is starting to get underway. 14 countries have announced their participation in the junior contest this year, and 2 have actually already picked representatives. Let me get back to that page if I can. Of course not, it doesn't want to go. It will be held in Yerevan, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Armenia. Armenia won last year's contest. The countries that are confirmed for participation this year in the junior edition: Albania, Armenia, Bulgaria, France, Georgia, Ireland, Italy, Malta, the Netherlands, North Macedonia, Poland, Portugal, Serbia, Spain, and Ukraine. We do not know. There might be 1 or 2 other ones in there when they finally do get it running. It will be held this year on December 11th, and those are usually available on YouTube, if nowhere else. We don't have an American outlet for it, unless Peacock does end up running it. They ran Eurovision, and are probably going to run Eurovision. I think they signed a 3-year deal, like I said before. Now, there are things that have come to light this week through the people I connect with online about the American Song Contest. Now, NBC still has not officially renewed the American Song Contest for a 2nd year. It is my belief, however, that it is going to be renewed. Like I said, I do believe they had signed a 3-year deal with the EBU to carry Eurovision, and that would include the American Song Contest. I have been hearing from sources this week. I don't know. They haven't been confirmed by anybody, so I honestly don't know if this is the way it's going to go or not, that they are considering renewing the show and moving it strictly to Peacock in a Eurovision-like format. Now, to me, that would mean probably 4 shows over a week's time on Peacock, where they would put 3 semifinals and then a finals, because we have 56 participants in the American Song Contest, 50 states, 1 territory, and 50 states, 1 district, and 5 territories. So I don't know what they're going to do, but I think that would work much better than what they did this last year, where they were running it weekly over an 8-week period. I really didn't feel like it was watching a Eurovision sponsored show. So hopefully NBC, Peacock, and the producers will come to some sort of an agreement on how to revamp the show. I do know that the fans have said that they want the judging revamped. It was completely weird last season, with only 1 judge from each state, where normally each state would have, like in Eurovision, I think there's 10 or 12 judges for each country. So they're going to need to do that for this. If they want to make the American Song Contest work, it needs time to grow, 5 years minimum, and it needs to be more Eurovision centric. Similar rules, similar style, similar presentation. Eventually, I wouldn't be surprised to see the American Song Contest team up with the upcoming shows, Eurovision Canada and Eurovision Latin America, both of which are coming up. They're right now projected for 2023, although there's no definite date yet. I would think that those 3 could combine to do an Amerivision type thing. I've said that for a while, where all the countries' winners compete against each other. And then if each country continues to do that, and the Asiavision idea comes back into play, which they were talking about in the mid-2000s, then we could do like a Eurovision World Finals with each major Eurovision competition winner competing for 1 more title. I don't know if I brought this up or not, but I think that would be a really terrific idea. because there's nothing better to unite the entire world with than music. Eurovision has been doing that with Europe for most of the better part of the last 70 years, and it really does do well. I enjoyed the American Song Contest. I didn't like the formatting, although I would love to see Kelly Clarkson and Snoop Dogg come back as hosts. They were terrific. I would think that they would take it a little bit more Eurovision style. We'll see. I don't know. It'll all depend on what's going on. But in any case, that is the latest from Eurovision HQ at TKR Video Central. Okay, I'm going to have a complete contest update on Sunday. There'll be a show devoted to the contest update because, man, when I started this thing, I didn't know it was going to be so crazy. And so, I mean, we've got almost 100 entries. Some of those are non-entries, but there's almost 100 things on the playlist that have acknowledged the channel, and that's what I'm looking for them to do. I'll have a full update and stuff for tomorrow because we're entering the last week of the contest. But those of you who entered this last week, thank you. Also coming up later this week sometime is a show I will be devoting to another purchase I made from Dawn and Mary. I got these bundles of pens, you know, the kind that you wear, and as opposed to the kind you write with. And Mary believes that most of them came from Chicago area. And what I want to try to do is piece them together with the bands or radio stations or whatever that they came from. Now, I have pictures of all of them. I'm going to put those up in a slideshow and ask for your help on them, trying to track down where they might be from. I'm just curious. Not a big deal. It's just going to be something fun that you can help me do. And I should have that up by Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll let you know when. In any case, it's been a lot of fun this last week. I hope everybody enjoyed the drive-in, Back to the Drive-In special on Thursday. And I hope if you haven't watched it, you'll watch it and take the drive-in challenge I issued. April Wright's drive-in films and her Movie Palace film are fabulous. And she is currently working on other movies in the Going Attractions series, including ones on bowling alleys and family-run amusement parks that will be coming up in the near future. So keep an eye out. April does wonderful pop culture documentaries, and I really hope that you'll check those out. As I said, it is a short show this week. It has been hellish up here. I know the whole country has been suffering from these heat waves. I want to send out my prayers to the area of Kentucky that was hit by those massive floods this week. I don't know if anybody in the VC lives in that part of Kentucky. I know several VC members in Kentucky, but I think they're on the other side of the state. And of course, this is going to be another bad week for heat, for possible severe weather. So I, of course, will keep an eye on the people I know and love when it comes to the severe weather on my radar apps. And I have little bulletins that let me know when their areas are getting hit so I can check with them. I'm just that kind of guy. I hope you have enjoyed the specials and will continue. That makes sense. And you will continue to enjoy what I have to offer. Don't forget, by the way, TKR has t-shirts now. You can go down to t-shirts, the t-shirts link in the show notes and order one. They're very cool. And of course, don't forget to check out all my other shows that I have during the week. Obscuria Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Influencers Tuesdays at 4. Rank This will be back this week. I ended up skipping it again because of the heat up here. On Thursday at 4. And of course, Sundays is the Pop Retro Countdown, and it is also at 4. Plus, there'll be some other special stuff up during this week. I've got a couple of contests and threads I want to jump on, and a few other things, and I'll do those separately. In any case, thank you so much for watching and for continuing to spread the word. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. This contest has blown my mind with how marvelously successful it's been and how many wonderful comments I'm getting from people. Don't forget to leave a comment when you watch a show so I know what you think, so I can continue to adjust things so that they will be more to your liking, because that's all I'm here for, is to help you discover new great music, new great artists, and the latest music news and all that stuff. Forgive the short show this week, and I hope everybody survives this awful heat wave. For the Kirkham Report, I'm TC Kirkham. I'll see you soon. Ciao, baby.